Hello, my name is Max Flyman, and welcome to the third devlog of my game, Genocidal Dopamine. If you haven't seen the first few devlogs, then go watch them. Anyway, in the last one, I added gore and an enemy. However, that enemy never actually, did anything. So in this episode, I wanted to add enemy AI and stuff. The first thing I needed to do was to make animations. So I created 3 animations: idle, running, and hitting. Now, if you're wondering why his hands are together like that, it's because he's going to be holding a phone that he hits you with. Anyway, adding these animations to Unity was kind of a hassle. See, Unity has a specific model rig type you can set called humanoid that tries to handle, well, humanoid models and animations. However, if the model is just a bit different than the expected one, then the animations get all kinds of fucked up. So I had to mess with model settings and the actual rig structure for like a day until I eventually got it working and looking fine. Now, I had to add enemy AI. Now, I wanted 2 states for Skeleka, chasing and attacking. As for chasing, thankfully, Unity comes with a built-in pathfinding system, so I could just bake what's called a navigation mesh for the map, then set Skeleka's destination to the player location, and once it gets close enough, it stops and attacks. So I set up this system, and I think it works pretty well as a dumb starter enemy. After that, I noticed the gore looked kind of boring, so I improved the gore in 2 ways. I added an explosion of blood when you pop a bone, as well as some red mist shooting out of it. I think this adds a lot to the effect and makes it feel a lot more satisfying. Speaking of feeling more satisfying, I added a camera shake when you shoot your gun, and I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, now that I had more base mechanics figured out, I figured I would make a simple main menu to start the game, and I had a pretty cool idea as to what I'd do for it. I wanted it so that every time you click on the menu, it splats blood on the screen. So I basically ripped my bone pop blood animation and ran it every time you clicked. And then alongside this shifting grid background, I think it works as a pretty good base of my main menu. I then implemented an animation for pressing play and also a fade-in for entering the level. I think this looks pretty cool, and although I might change this later, works well for now. And that was pretty much it for this episode. This is the end of this devlog. If you want to stay updated on the progress, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next devlog, where I finally add sound effects and music. Bye bye.